Let's talk about how to minimize options trading risk. And number 3 is the best way to protect yourself. Options are often used as a hedge for people with large positions in the stock market. Maybe they have a large position in a very specific stock, but they want to protect themselves in case it goes the wrong direction. However, you don't have to own the underlying security to buy and sell options. And that's what we do when we're overnight swing trading. We're buying an option at the end of the trading day and we're selling it in the morning. However, there are still risks. The obvious risk is that the security goes in the opposite direction that you were planning. If you thought it was going to go up and you bought calls and it goes down, well, you could lose a lot of money. And by trading options, you can make the money the people with the large stock positions do, but with risking less money. Yet there is still risk because you could still lose most, if not all, of the money you put into the trade in a short period of time. This is why it's important to understand your risk tolerance and learn how to position size appropriately. You want to make sure that you put enough in that you're willing to lose, and also make sure you still have enough left over to continue trading another day. I generally recommend that you have a separate account for your high risk trading. And yes, options trading is high risk trading. Maybe 5 or 10% of your entire portfolio is designated for such trades. And then from there, you risk a percentage of that account, maybe 5, 10, or 20% of your high risk portfolio per trade, depending on the type of trade that you're doing. Now, here's one thing that I cannot stress enough. It's the way I lost money the quickest early in my trading career, and that was doubling down. Take your losses, take your wins, have a strategy, and stick to your plan. If your plan allows you to double down once or add a little bit more to a trade, that's fine. But don't go beyond your plan, because doubling down is the quickest way to drain an account. And that's because we're generally doubling down on bad trades and bad ideas that obviously didn't go our way. These first ideas are all about your risk tolerance and position sizing. The second idea has to do with hedging. If you're a day trader, you can certainly place stops to protect yourself. However, if you're an overnight swing trader or a longer-term swing trader, you don't have that luxury. So that's why we like SPY T trading. When SPY T trading, we place a ratio trade. So if our signal says up overnight, we'll buy 2 calls to 1 put. And that put is the hedge, meaning if for some reason the market ends up going down, we'll have the opportunity to minimize our loss and perhaps even gain if the market falls enough. The traditional SPY T trade is a 2-to-1 options ratio. However, I'm a little more aggressive and I tend to go 3-to-1. But there are many different types of SPY T trades, such as the SPY T A, B, C, D, S, Q, and many variations around those. You can even make up your own SPY T trade as long as there's a hedge that's protecting you in case your signal ends up being wrong. I get this question a lot. Why don't I sell options within my SPY T trade or do credit spreads or many of the other opportunities related to options? And the answer is simply this. I don't want to be in a situation where I could lose more than I put in to my trade. If I risk $200, I'm willing to lose $200. However, I don't want to find out I owe $1,000 after the trade is over. And number 3 is probably one of the best ways to minimize losses, and that's to take you and me out of the equation. And that's why I like overnight swing trading. I buy at the end of the trading day, and there's nothing I can do until morning, meaning I can't get emotional about the trade until it's time to sell. And about a half hour before the market opens, I develop a plan on how I'm going to sell my positions. No matter what type of option strategy you're doing, stick to your plan. Don't call audibles. Don't double down. Don't change course. Go in as planned, get out as planned, and you'll have a much higher chance of success. Number 4 is the bonus. Keep track of your signals in a journal. Keep track of what the signal said, and if there's a number, put the number down, and then what happened. And over time, you'll start to see patterns. When your signal is weak or more likely to be wrong, and when your signal is most likely to be right. This is when maybe you could put a little bit more in. And when your signal is generally or has a greater chance of being wrong, you pull back a little bit. No system is 100%. However, if you learn how to get the emotions out of your trading, position size appropriately, and know when to sell to maximize your gains and minimize your losses, you will be a much more profitable trader. I'll see you in the next video.